Hello and welcome to the second episode of Let's Play Fez. Just making sure I have everything set up here, and I seem to have. So, as I said in the previous episode, I would come back to the classroom here and get a cube here, the anti-cube. Basically, the top symbol here, where I'm standing in front of, is a number. The other one is a button I have to push. There are 8 of them. If you press them in the right order, you get an anti-cube, which is a full cube, not just a little qubit. How do you get these? Well, the numbers are basically found in a classroom and with an artifact, and you combine them, and then you can figure it out. The game doesn't actually tell you; you have to figure it out yourself. And then the symbols you see and which button they relate to is something you can find out if you think about it, but it's obviously not that easy. But the main way you found it is a special place where you have a big cube, or at least just kind of like a monolith that's on top of the room. And if you get there, you press a button, whichever one you want, and then it shows the symbol on the monolith which it relates to. So this should be this code, just making sure I'm pressing it here, and yeah, there it is. So those are actually the puzzle things in the game, so we'll get it here. And it is really complex. I mean, this one is pretty standard because yeah, once you figured out the letters and the symbols and you come here, you obviously figured it out. And you might say, well, how do I know where something like that is? Well, it isn't that easy, and there is actually a second place that I'm looking to get to. It isn't here, of course. I think it's one of the very first rooms I went in, where there should be a second cube. Yeah, I think here. So here, if you look at this painting, and this is something I took a long while to figure out. If you look at this painting, you see 8 different guys, right? Most codes are 8 numbers. What's different between these guys? Not a lot, except the way they have their fez on. So if you look at their fez, it's right, right, left, right, left, 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 right. So if you try to input that, bam, a code. So just by looking at a painting, you can figure it out. Now you might say, well, yeah, it's not that easy to figure out where a secret is. Now, once we leave this area, which we will do after this, we should get a map, and with that map you can actually see in which room there is still a secret and try to figure it out like that. So here we climb down using the vines. It's a faster way to climb down is drop and then press up. So the door here opens, and we can go into the wide world. Hey, listen, it's Zelda. So he's saying, so he's explaining how we get the world map. And if you see here, you see everything where it's golden. We have found everything we need to have there. So here it still has some kind of secret, and it has qubits in it. That's basically those symbols. If I didn't unlock some secrets in here, there would be a question mark beside them. And it's really hard to navigate it as well. You can see the top right, legend and what I have to press, but yeah, it's not that easy. So obviously, now this is something I find cool as well, right? You can climb to the right, you can climb to the left, but it's slow. If you just press right, you're already there. And this is something that, of course, you learn when you play the game a lot more. How to do this a bit faster. I'll just go through this, hope I don't fall, because that would be really, really shameful for me. Maybe we even get a second one here. Yeah, I think we do. So there's the last one, and we do finally complete one again. So we actually have 4 now, 2 standard and 2 antimatter cubes. That's odd because obviously we haven't actually found that door yet. And I think normally at this part in the game you can't actually have found that door. Doors he's talking about is actually the door here. So we can open this door now. This is the one. What was his name again? Dot was referring to. That requires 8, and that requires 16. So those are actually, if you see above the door, you see the layout of the town. So here you see the layout of that town, the layout of that town, and then the layout of the town we can go to. You know what? I will. There's not much in here though, but it does show off some things. I think it's just basically gathering cubes. So at first sight, it doesn't look like there's something here, like you can climb up there. Yeah, big deal. When you turn it, an entire world opens, and this is something that's really great about Fez. There are some hieroglyphs here. Basically, I think the towns represent something like old civilizations. You can't actually turn the world. If you can hear it, I'm clicking the buttons, but you can't actually turn the world once you're inside a room in this zone. So it's pretty standard here. So we'll go in here, see what's in here. So just a rat, and basically this civilization has died, sadly enough. I think there's only one other town where we will find people. I'm not sure about that anymore. And you can't actually talk to them because they speak the other language. You can't figure it out. But here you see a bunch of guys worshipping the owl. Owls are pretty important in this game. Now, there is some things I don't fully understand about this game yet, or about this area, I think. So here you have a cooking pot, old school, another rat. So there are some animals alive, and I think the majority of the things you see here are animals. Every time we leave a zone, it shows something else. It shows how many cubes we got. So this explains black holes. That because the cube dropped, there are some black holes. You can see that, and if we jump into that, we die. The weird thing about this though is, let's say I leave this, right, and I go to the map. Oh no, it doesn't. I always thought it had still a secret symbol on, but it doesn't actually have anything special, I guess. So using the map to check if you completely filled out the zone, which I did here, is probably the best way to go about things. Make sure you complete things, make sure you figure things out, or at least keep in mind where it was so that you can easily navigate back to it. So that was our very first town. We did like 2 minutes over it because it was a pretty standard town. And now we'll actually do the part where you normally go to the level. So here, yeah, where do I go? Well, you just turn. This thingy is actually a symbol for hidden doors with shortcuts. You have to find both of them, so we haven't found the second one to come back here a bit faster. And I don't actually use them a lot because it's pretty hard to figure them out. And every time you enter a new big zone, you get a nice intro like that, where you can see the entire world, where you can see what's up about it, how it's looking. This is gonna be our main zone for a lot of the time, because basically, and this is something also really great, so in the background you always see where you're going to. So you see there's an island we could go to, there's an island we could go to with the lighthouse, we'll call it the lighthouse. There's the bell, which has a secret, of course. This is the waterfall, I think. Yeah, it's a waterfall. And yeah, here's one of those other doors. And this is how do you call it, a U or something? But we'll try to get all the qubits here first, or qubits, or whatever you want to call them. Going up, I prefer jumping here, just because I think it's faster. It probably isn't. And we dropped. I'm not that great of a platformer, I guess. So this is a warp gate, and I think the writing here, I haven't actually deciphered it right now, but I think it says gate. So yeah, we have figured out the qubits, and indeed, if you see the icon there, it says warp gate. We will go to our first door. We fell in the water. Can we get out? How do we get out of here? Get me out! Is there? Oh, there's something here. Some vines here which I should be able to climb up. Yeah, thank you. So I think our very first door is up here. So we'll go to the bell first. Nah, that's not. You know what? No, no, no. I don't think there's much to do there though. Yeah, we will. I mean, it is the very first door we went to, so we'll just continue our quest here. Our quest is basically to get 32 cubes. We haven't found that door yet, but we will eventually. And this is a pretty basic one. Again, some kind of special doors, special passage here. You see the water being at different levels, and this is a door that enters a special place as well. A special place, her special place. How cute! Obviously, you shouldn't have jumped up there. That doesn't matter. So here, you probably can get up there now. You can. Yeah, it's a lot about turning. If you're easily seasick, you probably shouldn't play this game. And we get our third cube here. Basically our fifth with the anti-cubes. And if you stand in front of a door, you press up and go through. So here we have the bell, right? And you have all these symbols on them. So this is 1, so you can press it. And if this says 1, we press it once. It's that easy. We turn, and this symbol represents, let's see, just taking my note, it represents 6, so we press it 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go to the next side, which is great. It doesn't actually show here. I guess I forgot to write it down. This is 10, so assume this is 8. Let me check this real quickly because I don't want you guys to not have this. Oh, it's 3. I'm sorry. So 3 also is the L shape there. Basically, it's 1 plus 2, which is the 3. So if you have the symbol for 1, it's a U upwards. The 2 is a U to the right, with the opening to the right. So the 3 is those two combined. So this is 3, 1, 2, 3. And this is 10, so we just keep on pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we get another cube. Dun, dun, dun. So we will go up to this world. Maybe there's something up there. I'm not sure. We can check. Can we? There's a door there. Yeah. I'm gonna go through the purple door first. I want to know what's there. Usually it's some kind of puzzle through purple doors. It's not some kind of zone. And just a puzzle place. I think I know what it is, but I mean, I just want to check it out. Yeah, it's this. So basically, you might say, hey, there's nothing here, right? And it doesn't seem like there is, but what's that? Why is there something there? So basically, at one point in the game, we should be able to lower the water level, and when we do, there will be the 64 cube door, which basically means the end of the game if you have 64 cubes. So we have to make the long climb up again. It's not gonna be that long, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously it is a climb, but as you can see, great use of the switching makes it easier to platform through this. So we will go to the next one, and you obviously can't make this jump unless they are at their height or at the place they need to be. And we'll go through this door to the next level. So this is just a standard platforming level as well, as you can see here. And some of the cubes actually give up those vibes, as you saw. The music in this game is also, or at least the ambient sounds, is also really great. We will go through this purple door. We can easily come back if it's something way too big to explore right now. But it usually isn't, as I said before. So yeah, again, it is a puzzle, and we will finish this puzzle. So you see a symbol here, see a symbol here, you see a symbol here, and you see a symbol there. So you have to, so you can pick up things by, I think, pressing up against it. Yeah, okay. So we want this up there. Thank you. And we want this up there as well. Then we can jump up, pick up things, and we want this on the right. So that's on the right, but then we return. Hey, this isn't on the right anymore. That's not great, right? But it's on the left here. So this just needs to be in the middle. But how do you do that? And this isn't that easy. I'll throw this one down. I'll try to push this there, and hope it's still on the left, because that's basically the hard part, right? So it seems to be correct here. All I need to do now is bring this thingy up, and god damn it. So yeah, you do get blocked by the cubes up there. What's wrong now? God damn it. So yeah, you have to think in 3D though, which makes it a bit harder because you can't actually see it yet, and there is a secret later on in the game which unlocks that, but for now you can't really see how the cubes are aligned. But when you turn, you see that there are actually 9 platforms. If you look really good, you see that they overlap. So if something is in the middle here, it could be on the left here, right? Because it's standing on the second. You have to imagine 3 rows of 3, and then work it out like that, which is what I just did. So you do find a lot of these puzzles in the game, which are fun to figure out, to try to work with, and it's basically what makes this game the game it is. Puzzle platformer. So we will continue our climb again. Something blinked, so hey, why is that? Oh, it has bombs. Bomb. So you can pick up a bomb. It has a limited amount of time before it explodes, so you drop it near the target. So here it kills this. We can go through it. I think we actually have to go higher. We died. Can we make that jump? Yeah, we can. Everyone's watching like, you got a high-pitched voice, and it is true, I actually do have a high-pitched voice if I want to. And when I play SingStar, I actually sing in high-pitched voice as well, or at least not really high-pitched, but higher voice. So we'll explore here. As you can see, there are no cubits left. There's a secret here which you can't access yet. But once you went to every location, this should turn gold. So as soon as I go through this door, it should turn gold. And we'll check here. Yeah, it did. So here we have a chest and some cubits and an entrance to the next part. We will try to finish this zone in this video. It might still be a while, but hey, I'm here for a reason, right? To entertain. I didn't saw that platform there, so I can just get it like this. Much easier than the way I tried. So we'll go up here. There's another door which, if you can see, it will lead us to the next zone, or at least the next part of the zone, which isn't something I'm going to do right now. First I want every piece of this. So we can go up here, and so like, let's look at this. Yeah, cool, right? So first we are there, but just because we turned, we actually are higher, just like here. We are at the back, we drop down, we climb up, and we're at the front. Then we turn again, we can easily just make the climb like this. And it's all about figuring it out and being patient and doing things. So this is probably a map, I guess. No, it's another key. So we do have 2 keys, so all we need to do now is find locked doors. Now there is also a maximum amount of falling distance, so you can't just fall down. Like here, I can make this jump, but as soon as I hit the threshold of jumping down, I die, and you end up at the last place where you were at a stable position. So you can't just jump down and hope it saves you every time. So now we will continue to the next one. Always check the map afterwards, make sure you didn't miss anything, or hope you didn't miss anything, and see what lies ahead. So here we have, this is a warp zone. It has a big cube, normal qubits, and an extra zone entrance as well, or at least an entrance to another zone. So we need to get there. How do we do that? Turn it twice, move, and you're there. Here you see, I'll see, this is one of those gates I said earlier, so you just end up here, which is really cool, right? You can just move between them like that. It's basically hidden doors, secret pathways, and just platforming, navigating the map. It does sound boring, I guess, if I say it like that, just puzzling and navigating the map. Yeah, really stupid game. But it's actually a really great game, and I hope you are enjoying watching this at this point. If you want to me to do any different kind of commentating on this game, or maybe less explaining what I'm doing at this point. So yeah, here you have a mini warp zone. I think Dot will explain as well. You can't warp to these places, but you can warp away from this place to the last warp gate you had. But there is another door here, so we will explore that as well. And it is you can't actually change the perspective in this area, is what he says. So that's another puzzle in this game. So you can't move this, but you can move this, but just not with a standard way of doing it. So now we have 9 cubes, which is already a big deal. But there is a totem up here, right? God damn it, I need to make my jumps better. But there is a totem up here, and an owl apparently. Maybe I should talk to that owl. There are some owls in this game which you have to talk to unlock secrets. So this way I can get to the totem. You can grab it, move it by using the trigger. And as you can see now, it totally changed everything. We can make these jumps and we can get that qubits. Obviously there are still qubits around, so look about, and there it is. There's one of them. So it's a lot of moving here, figuring. This is just platforming at this point. It's part puzzling, part platforming. Most of the time it's platforming. God damn it, I'm an idiot. I was scared there that I would hang on it, and made a move before I actually considered what I was doing. So we'll grab on again, move to the next part, where we find the door, but we don't see a qubit, so first we'll go to this one again. We don't see a qubit, let's check it. No, we don't have a qubit, so let's go back and go through the door here. Which is another... this is actually an easy puzzle. I saw someone on the walkthrough struggle with this, and I'm like, how the hell do you struggle with this? So basically you see 4 holes. Yeah, stop it. You see 4 holes and 4 cubes with different symbols on it. Like, let's see this hole. What goes there, right? Well, just look at the lines. I mean, obviously this cube goes there. Why, you may ask? Well, I just said it. Look at the damn lines. Damn it, I'm an idiot. Like that hole there, the left cube goes in there. Why? Well, if you look at the lines, you easily see it. This hole, this one goes in, right? Because that's where the line stops. Now, how do I drop it there? Do I just do it like this? Yeah, I do. So yeah, it's all about looking at the lines here and figuring it out that way and dropping the cubes in their place. It's probably some kind of energy thing. I don't know why it works like it does, but it just does. And that's, I mean, the story isn't explained. There's not a lot of conversation between you and some kind of all-knowing character. You basically have to figure it out all on your own, which actually makes the game really fun, right? Or at least I find it to be fun because of that. And what does it do? It just opens up another door. That's not great. Why would I want to go to another door? And just look at the surrounding here, the use of colors, the use of background, the way even when you move, it doesn't actually move the background fully, so you create a certain kind of 3D perspective into the environment. And with the turning, I just think this game is so well designed in general. So anyway, if you look at the map, we have reached an endpoint. Oh, there are some qubits there. So I'll go back there and collect those qubits and then end the episode here. If you don't want to see me collecting those qubits, you can obviously already go to the next episode. But I hope you're staying. So yeah, we can't turn here, so we need to turn it twice to get to the door we want to go to, which is 1, 2, yeah, there's the door. Being able to look around and making good use of that is also something you need to do if you want to play this game. So apparently we forgot some qubits here. Where though? That's what I want to know. There it is. Okay, so how do we get there? You make the jump, turn it, and you're there. Yep, so I will end this episode here. As you can see, we explored an entire region and figured out all the secrets there. It was a pretty standard region, which is, I mean, it's still only a small part of the regions, of course. All of these regions have different amount of branches. This one goes like way down here. We can go here, here, here. This one has more towns that I have to explore. A lot of options, and we're still a long way, and no clue what word I was searching for there. But we still have a long way to go before we can call this quits. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for next episode.